It's actually below market value, and I believe that I can actually refinance the property and pull out all of the initial investment. Now, do you want to buy this deal?
Right, so to be completely honest with you, mate, all my money's tied up because I've already put my money into another deal.
Well, I don't know what to say. I thought it was going to be a lot more easy than this. Well, I guess I can keep looking and see if I can find you something else. I won't meet your criteria.
I thought he was going to buy it, but he didn't buy it.
Wasn't really crying, I promise. What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we're going to discuss something called property sourcing. Now, property sourcing, for those of you that don't know, is when you find a property deal and you pass it on to somebody else, they buy it and they pay you a sourcing fee. Now, it sounds pretty simple, it sounds really easy, but guys, the reality is it's a lot more complicated than people make out. But in this video, we will get fully into the ins and outs of property sourcing. I just want to say a disclaimer, I'm no property sourcing expert. It's not something that I focus on completely, but I have actually packaged up and sold 2 property deals. One of them I sold for £7,000 and one of them I sold for £6,000. So it is something I do have experience in. So again, we're not just speaking in theory on this video. This is real life stuff. This is something I've done, something that I will continue to do. So let's get into it. What is property sourcing? Property sourcing is when you find a property deal and someone pays you for passing on the deal to them. So essentially, say if you found a below market value, 3-bed, semi-detached property in Nottingham, and you was able to buy it, add lots of value to it, and you believe you could sell it on and make £30,000-40,000 profit. What you can then do is package up the property deal, put it onto a Word document, and actually send it out to all of your investors and all of your network and people that you know that are interested in property. And then hopefully someone will pay you a fee for passing on that deal to them. So there's lots of elements to property sourcing, but in a nutshell, that's what it is. You're making a quick finder's fee for basically finding a really good deal for an investor. So how much can you expect to make from property sourcing? This is quite a common question I get. Now, with property sourcing, you can usually make around £3,000 per transaction. But if you have a really good deal, I've known people to pay up to £10,000 just for one property deal because it was £100,000 below market value. So in that situation, yes, if you find a super unicorn deal, direct to landlord, I do believe that you should be selling that deal on for a lot more than £3,000. But in general, that is around the figure that people usually charge, around £3,000 just for a normal buy-to-let deal. Maybe below market value, something you can buy, refurbish, refinance and rent. So for that type of deal, around £3,000. So another question that I get asked is how can you package up a deal? Now, in order to do this, number one, you need to have a really good deal and you need to have run the numbers several times. You need to do the numbers on the deal literally 10 times over to make sure that the deal does stack up, that the numbers do work on the deal. If the numbers don't work, then I don't believe you'll be able to sell the deal. So this is what you need to do. You find the property deal and then at that point you need to put it onto a Word document. So I recommend for people to get pictures of the property, of the inside of the property, and actually put them on the document. I wouldn't show the outside, I'd just show the inside. And I'd actually put the location, so a brief location of where the property is. And I'll just put the city. You don't need to be specific. So for example, if it was in Mapley in Nottingham, I'll just put in Nottingham. I wouldn't get too specific with this because you're going to be sending this out to several people. So don't be too specific with the address or anything like that. You then need to spell out what type of deal it is. Is it a BRRRR method deal? If you don't know about the BRRRR method, then go and check out my video that I've done. It's a 23-minute video and it spells out the full process of the BRRRR method. I'll put the link in the description. And basically you need to spell out what type of property deal this is. Is it a BRRRR strategy deal? Is it a flip? Is it something you can buy, do it up, and it'll be worth a lot more when it's done? So you need to be specific on what type of deal it is. Is it a below market value property? Is it 20% below market value, 30% below market value? This is crucial. You need to put this onto the document. You also need to put the type of property. Is it a semi-detached property? Is it a detached? Is it a terraced house? Is it a mid-terraced house? You need to be as specific as you can with this information, as the more information, the better, except from the address. Next, you need to put on your finder's fee. How much do you want the investor to pay you for finding them this deal? So this, as I said, we spoke about pricing. I'd recommend you go for around £3,000. If it's a super good deal, that's really juicy numbers, say 80k, 100k profit to be made, then maybe you can charge around 5k. That's fine. So guys, make sure you put your finder's fee onto the document. What else do you need to put on? You need to put on how people can contact you. Are you comfortable putting your mobile phone number on there, your email? Are you just going to put reply back to this email? You need to put a call to action. So the investors that are reading the email, if they are interested, they need to know how can they get in touch with you. Sometimes if you've got a lot of emails, then emails can get lost in your inbox. So what I'd recommend is, if you are comfortable doing it, just put your mobile number on the document and just say, listen, if you are interested, give me a call. So then when you've packaged up the document, what you need to do is you need to send it out on an email to all of your investors. Now, how do you find investors? Well, one way you can do it is you can, if you have a business Instagram page, is you can say to all of your Instagram followers, if anyone's interested in finding property deals, or they'd like me to find them a deal, or like to join my mailing list, then please type your email in the box below. They can then opt in to your mailing list. So that's a great way of building your mailing list for investors. So you've packaged up the deal, you've sent it out to all of your investors, then what's the next step from there? Is basically closing the deal. So someone might reach out to you, you might get a few inquiries. You need to be, again, looking for the most qualified buyer. So who wants to buy the property? Who's super serious? Who's ready to pay a commitment fee? Who showed you proof of funds? Who is acting the most serious and committed to the property deal? That's who you want to sell the deal to. Because a lot of the time, if you have a really cracking, amazing deal, it'll be more than one person that wants to buy the deal from you. So just keep that in mind, guys. These are my top tips on property sourcing. That's how you do it in a nutshell. And if you want to learn how to find a good deal, I also have another video about finding property deals. I'll also put the link for that video in the description as well. So guys, stay tuned. Hope you enjoyed the video and stay tuned for some more. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you all soon. What's up, geezers and geezettes? You might be asking me, why am I wearing shades today? And you know the answer? It's because I want to look cool. You right, geezer? Got a deal. Got a property deal for you. Do you want to buy it? Yeah, I'm going to need you to send me the details because...
And then,
Imagine I'm screaming and run off her.
yeah, you're right.